What's going on, everybody? Today we are ranking the top 10 Disney songs. Make sure to hit that like button down below if you go on to enjoy today's video. Click that subscribe button and the notification bell to know when the next video goes live. Finally, be sure to leave us a comment letting us know what do you want to see us rank next on today's rankings. Let's do it. Number 10, Let It Go, Frozen. Let It Go is from Disney's 2013 feature film Frozen, whose music and lyrics were composed by husband and wife songwriting team Kristen Anderson Lopez and Robert Lopez. Perhaps most well known for her role in the Broadway musical Wicked, Idina Menzel lends her voice to the role of Queen Elsa. The song presents Queen Elsa, who flees her kingdom when she publicly loses control of her ability to generate ice. Up in the mountains and away from the townspeople, Elsa realizes that she no longer needs to hide her ability and rejoices in not only being able to use her power freely, but also the freedom from others' expectations of her as a royal. Let It Go was a massive commercial success, becoming the first song from a Disney animated musical to reach the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100 since 1995. Let It Go raked in even more awards, winning both the Academy Award for Best Original Song in 2014 and the Grammy Award for Best Song Written for Visual Media in 2015. In what is probably a lower spot than some of the younger viewers of this video would prefer, Let It Go still does, however, land at the number 10 spot on our list. Number 9, Colors of the Wind, Pocahontas. Colors of the Wind was written by composer Alan Menken and lyricist Stephen Schwartz for Walt Disney Pictures' 33rd animated feature film, Pocahontas, in 1995. In what is known as the film's theme song, Colors of the Wind was originally recorded by American singer and actress Judy Kuhn. Colors of the Wind is one of the most iconic Disney songs and has been covered by many other artists, including Ashanti, Brian Wilson, Tori Kelly, and many, many others. The song would even go on to win the Academy Award for Best Original Song, the Grammy Award for Best Song Written for a Motion Picture, and the Golden Globe Award for Best Original Song. The song was inspired by Native American poetry, music, and folklore. While the song was born out of the modality of Native American music, it quickly moved to its own place, which is hard to define. Interestingly, Colors of the Wind originally incorporated more humor into its lyrics prior to a meeting between Menken and Schwartz regarding the humor in the song, and ultimately made the decision to change it to have a more serious tone. The pair would later go on to work on songs in both The Hunchback of Notre Dame and Enchanted as well. This is personally one of my favorite Disney songs of all time, housing deep and meaningful lyrics that ring true to this day. You can own the earth and still all you'll own is earth until you can paint with all the colors of the wind. Number 8, Go the Distance, Hercules. Go the Distance is the key song from Disney's 1997 animated feature film, Hercules. Much like Colors of the Wind, it was written by composer Alan Menken. However, the lyricist for this song is David Zippel, and was originally recorded by American actor Roger Bart in his film role as the singing voice of Hercules. In what is perhaps equally, if not even more well known, American singer-songwriter Michael Bolton also recorded a pop version of the song Go the Distance for the film's end credits. Go the Distance is sung by a young Hercules, talking about how his peers and city folk treat him in his teenage years. It also serves as Hercules' prayer to the gods, asking them to help him find where he is supposed to belong. Go the Distance peaked at number 24 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts, and was also nominated both for the Academy Award for Best Original Song and the Golden Globe Award for Best Original Song. Go the Distance is an incredible song, particularly because it sets the tone for the rest of the movie. Apart from being incredibly catchy, it also gives you an insight into the desires and longings of a young Hercules. Hercules is ultimately a movie about finding a sense of identity and belonging, as evidenced in the final lyric of the song, I would go most anywhere to find where I belong. Number 7, Hakuna Matata, The Lion King. Hakuna Matata is the theme song from Disney's 32nd animated feature film, The Lion King, and is the personal anthem of Timon, Pumbaa, and Simba. Composed by Elton John and written by Tim Rice, the song was sung after the wildebeest stampede and Mufasa's death. Timon and Pumbaa sang it to try and cheer up the depressed Simba, who felt guilty for his father's death. Ultimately, the meaning and the message of the song was to teach Simba to relax and enjoy life with no worries. The words Hakuna Matata is actually a real Swahili phrase that is literally translated to, there are no worries. In what is one of the more down-to-earth and lighthearted songs on our list, Hakuna Matata drives home the message of a problem-free philosophy. In what is one of the best songs from The Lion King, small spoiler alert, it may not be the last one we see on this list. Number 6, You've Got a Friend in Me, Toy Story. You've Got a Friend in Me is a song written and first recorded by Randy Newman. It was originally written as the theme song for Disney's 1995 Pixar animated film, Toy Story. However, it has since become the theme for not just the first Toy Story, but also for all of its successors, Toy Story 2, 3, and 4. You've Got a Friend in Me is also the only Toy Story song which can be heard in all 4 movies. As the name of the song implies, it is about how one can always rely on someone through even the roughest of times, and finding a friend in that someone. It was also nominated for both the 1996 Academy Award for Best Original Song, as well as the 1996 Golden Globe Award for Best Original Song. However, ironically, the song would end up losing to another Disney song, Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas, which we've already seen on today's list. What really makes this song special is how it coincides with the story of Woody in the original Toy Story. In what initially seems to be about Andy being that friend to Woody, as the film progresses, it becomes clear that Buzz is in fact that friend instead. Woody and Buzz, perhaps the most iconic friendship duo in all of animated movie history, showed us that their friendship will never die. Number 5, Two Worlds, Tarzan. Two Worlds is the opening song of the 1999 Disney animated feature film Tarzan. Performed by Phil Collins, one of my personal favorite artists, the song acts as a prologue for the film and centers on the events of when Tarzan and his birth parents ended up in the African jungles, eventually colliding with a broken family of gorillas. It's later reprised during the part where Kala attempts to take Tarzan away after saving him from a ravenous leopard named Sabor, and later at the end of the film when Tarzan, Jane, and Porter continue spending their lives in the jungle. Admittedly, I am very biased, not only towards this song, but the entire Tarzan soundtrack. Disney asked Phil Collins to write the soundtrack for the film, and he most definitely delivered. Two Worlds was actually the first song that Phil Collins wrote for Tarzan. Two Worlds is, of course, a reference to the two families that Tarzan calls his own. His human family that birthed him, and of course the family of gorillas that raised him. Two Worlds, along with many of the other songs from the Tarzan soundtrack, were the first on a Disney soundtrack to be recorded in multiple languages for different markets, with Phil Collins performing the recordings in English, Italian, German, Spanish, and French. In my honest opinion, there are many songs from this soundtrack that easily could have ended up on this top 10 list, but we think Two Worlds is very deserving of the number 5 spot. Number 4, Circle of Life, The Lion King. We told you there might be more Lion King coming your way on this list. Circle of Life is the opening song of Disney's 1994 animated feature film, The Lion King, composed by Elton John and lyrics by Tim Rice. The circle of life that the song refers to is the delicate cycle and balance of nature, as Mufasa himself explains to Simba in the movie. Scar's attempted reign disrupts the circle of life, though it is ultimately restored when Simba defeats him. We had previously mentioned that Hakuna Matata was nominated for the 1994 Academy Award for Best Original Song. Circle of Life was actually one of the songs that it was nominated against. Circle of Life would go on to reach number 18 in the UK and number 11 in the US on the charts. You'd be making a pretty good case if you argued that the Circle of Life is the most iconic song we'll see on today's list, as it is commonly referenced in all forms of pop culture. The stunning Zulu vocals of Lebo M and the incredible voice of Carmen Twilly provide a song that moves us all every time we hear it. Number 3, A Whole New World, Aladdin. A Whole New World is the key song from Disney's 1992 classic animated feature film, Aladdin. The song was composed by Alan Menken, and the lyrics were written by Tim Rice. The song was sung by Aladdin and Jasmine as they were riding on the magic carpet around the new world that they were about to discover together. The song describes a tale of Aladdin showing the confined Princess Jasmine a life of freedom, as well as the pair's acknowledgement of their love for one another. A Whole New World raked in a host of awards that year, winning the Academy Award for Best Original Song, the Golden Globe for Best Original Song, the Grammy Award for Song of the Year, as well as the Best Song written specifically for a motion picture or television at the Grammys. It is in fact still the only Disney song to win Song of the Year at the Grammys to this day. Wonder by Wonder, A Whole New World perfectly portrays the love and adventure of one of our favorite Disney duos. Number 2. You'll Be in My Heart, Tarzan. You'll Be in My Heart is the pinnacle, the creme de la creme of the Phil Collins written and performed soundtrack from the 1999 Disney animated feature film Tarzan. Joining two worlds, You'll Be in My Heart is the second song from the Tarzan soundtrack featured on today's list. The song is sung in a scene when Tarzan's adoptive mother, the gorilla Kala, sings that her baby should stop crying because she will protect her baby and keep him safe and warm. This song pulls at the heartstrings, and not only is a motherly love song, but for Kala, Tarzan represents an opportunity to love even in the midst of the tragedy of losing her own son. In the movie, the song ends on the first verse. However, on the full version of the song on the soundtrack, there is a special emphasis on how a mother and a child who are so different can still love each other. You'll Be in My Heart is only one of two songs on the Tarzan soundtrack that features vocals other than Phil Collins. Actress Glenn Close, perhaps most well known for her iconic role as Cruella de Vil, lends her voice to the early portions of the song. The song would go on to win the Golden Globe Award for Best Original Song, as well as the Academy Award for Best Original Song. The song lands at the number 2 spot on our list, however, it'll always be number 1 in my heart. There are dozens, if not hundreds, of iconic Disney songs, many of which were left off of today's rankings. Here are some of our honorable mentions. Number 1. Can You Feel the Love Tonight, The Lion King. In what is our third song on this list from The Lion King, Can You Feel the Love Tonight was composed by Elton John and written by Tim Rice. Elton John also sings his cover version of the song during the end credits of the film. As the song begins, Timon and Pumbaa realize that Nala and Simba being alone together would most likely lead the two to falling romantically in love. The pair worry that this will bring an end to their carefree Hakuna Matata days with Simba. Timon's prediction comes true, and Nala and Simba's longtime childhood friendship eventually blossoms into intense romance during a stroll through the jungle. Peaking at number 14 on the UK singles chart, it achieved even more success in the United States, reaching number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100, as well as a number 1 hit in both Canada and France. Can You Feel the Love Tonight is an instant classic, and while it stands toe-to-toe with many of the other songs on our list, what puts it far and away ahead of the rest is the incredible amount of accolades and awards it received. It won the 1994 Academy Award for Best Original Song, the Golden Globe Award for Best Original Song, and also earned Elton John the Grammy Award for Best Male Pop Vocal Performance. In fact, 2 of the other 4 songs it was nominated against at the Oscars that year were also both from The Lion King, that being The Circle of Life and Hakuna Matata. Can You Feel the Love Tonight is the essence of an instant classic Disney song. It adds meaning to the story, it's an incredible song outside the bounds of the film as well, and also hits you in the feels as you're hearing it. We definitely feel the love for this song and see it as most deserving of our number 1 spot on today's rankings. What songs did we miss? Be sure to leave us a comment down below with what you would have included in your top 10. Thanks for watching this video. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell to know when the next Today's Rankings video goes live. Leave it a like and comment down below. What do you want to see ranked next? This has been Ben for Today's Rankings. Have a great day.